Someone said one cutting thing to you this morning. It's noon now, you've heard 5 kind things since, and your brain is still chewing on the one that hurt. That's not you being fragile. That's a rule. Think about the last great review you got at work. 5 paragraphs of praise. 1 line that stung. Quick, which one can you still quote word for word? Right, the sting. Or your kid brings home a report card. Straight A's and 1 B. Where do your eyes go? Straight to the B. We do this everywhere. The trip was perfect except the one argument. And guess what you remember? You're not a negative person. You're grading your whole life on the one red mark, and you genuinely can't help it. If you'd rather understand your own mind than be run by it, subscribe. What's coming changes how you read every good day from here on. So here's what's actually happening, and it's not that you're broken. Your mind runs a rule. It puts a heavier weight on bad than on good. Every single time. 1 harsh word outweighs a dozen kind ones. 1 mistake outshouts a month of wins. I call it the negativity weight. You're not negative. You're not weak. You're carrying a thumb on the scale you never asked for. And there's one move that loosens its grip. I'll give it to you. But first, you have to see how deep this runs. In 2001, a psychologist named Roy Baumeister pulled decades of research into one paper with a blunt title, Bad is Stronger Than Good. The pattern showed up everywhere he looked, in memory, in mood, in how fast you learn, even in your first impression of a stranger. A bad event hits harder than a good one of the same size. It lasts longer. It teaches faster. Losing $20 stings more than finding $20 feels good. 1 insult sticks while 10 compliments slide right off. So here's the line to keep. 5 good things don't cancel 1 bad one. Your brain never agreed to that math. That's the whole reframe. Bad isn't louder because it matters more. It's just weighted more. And here's the honest part. Because we don't sell you fairy tales here. This isn't a fixed multiplier. It's a tendency with exceptions. But the tendency is everywhere, and it's strong. And the part that should really land. This isn't only in your head. It's electrical. In 1998, John Casapo and his team wired people up and watched the brain respond to images. Some good, some bad, some neutral, all matched for intensity. The negative ones set off a bigger electrical spike. They didn't just describe the weight, they measured it. And this happens before you've decided how to feel. Before a single conscious thought, your brain has already handed the bad thing more bandwidth. The good news is still sitting in the waiting room while the bad news is already talking. The weight is physical. And here's the twist. This is a feature, not a bug. Picture an ancestor out on an open plain. One of them shrugged off the rustle in the grass. One of them flinched at every shadow. Only one of them lived long enough to become somebody's ancestor. Bad wasn't louder because it mattered more in some grand sense. It was louder because reacting to it kept you alive. The weight is a survival setting, burned in over 1 million years. The problem? It was built for predators. And right now it's pointed at unread emails, a cold text, a number on a screen. Same alarm, wrong century. But here's the crack of light. A setting this old can still be corrected, once you can see it running. So can you turn it off? No. And anyone selling you just think positive is lying to you. You can't delete a survival setting by repeating nice words at a mirror. The weight stays. But here's the move. You don't have to let it run the scoreboard. Here's how you re-weight on purpose. 3 steps. 1. Name it. The second a bad thing hijacks your mood, say it plainly. That's the negativity weight talking. Sounds almost too simple. But naming a bias is the most reliable thing we know of for loosening its grip. The moment you label it, you stop being inside it and start watching it. 2. Count what it buried. The one bad comment didn't actually erase the good day. It just outshouted it. So count out loud everything it's trying to bury. The kind things, the work that went right, the people who showed up. Say the list. Out loud beats in your head, because the weight lives in your head, and that's exactly where it's winning. 3. Give the good its due. Bad gets weighted automatically. Good you have to wait on purpose. So you hold the good thing a beat longer than feels natural, because natural is the broken setting. You're not lying to yourself. You're just balancing a scale that's rigged. And there's one place the weight does its quietest damage: your relationships. John Gottman recorded couples for years, and during conflict he kept finding the same ratio. It takes about 5 good moments to cancel out a single bad one. 5 to 1. And notice the scope. That specifically couples in conflict, not some universal law. But the lesson travels. One criticism isn't really one. It spends a stack of goodwill you have to rebuild from scratch. So run the move there first, with the people you can't afford to keep miscounting. Picture the good day that one text ruined. Strong morning, real momentum, then one cold message, and the whole day goes gray. Run the move. Name it. That's the weight, not the truth. Count what it buried. The morning was still good. The message is one data point in 100. Give the good its due. Hold the good part a second longer than the sting. You're not pretending the bad didn't happen. You're just refusing to let one thing outweigh everything. And quickly, honestly, this is education, not therapy. If the bad thoughts won't go quiet and they're swallowing whole days, that's worth taking to a licensed professional. Knowing the name helps you carry the weight. It doesn't replace real help. So here's the whole thing in one line. 5 good things don't cancel one bad one. Your brain never agreed to that math. Bad is stronger by design. It fires bigger, it sticks longer, it spends your goodwill 5 to 1. You can't switch it off, but you can name it, count what the one bad thing just buried, and give the good its due on purpose. So in the next 24 hours, the next time one bad moment hijacks a good day, stop and count out loud everything it's trying to erase. That's the whole practice. Name the weight and it stops running you. If you want the rest of how your mind actually works, mechanisms, not motivation posters, subscribe. The Human Code. The science of why you do what you do.